Hi, my name is Dr. Akila Willery, and welcome to the Melanated Midlife Podcast, where Black midlifers share stories of how to live your boldest life after turning 50. Hello, and welcome to the Melanated Midlife Podcast, everybody. I know I'm smiling, I'm cheesing. You're in for a treat because we're talking relationships. We're talking personal development and healing. And I'm going to say that we started recording just now, but we've been sitting here talking way too much. Mm-hmm. And I had to finally tell my guest to stop talking. Because Tera Stidum is here with us today. And she is the founder of She Dates Savvy.
Yes.
Helping smart women learn how to date.
Yes.
I'm saying that, I'm smiling because I'm like, oh my God, they're going to get so much out of this.
There's so much to talk about.
So much. And the woman behind the business is a story all by itself. You got that book ready to?
Listen, my niece said recently, she's like, you need to write another book. Because I wrote a dating book and I'm like, Lord, shall I lay it all bare for the folks?
Well,
there's some stuff. Yeah.
We're gonna lay it out because aside from the business, let me say she is a 5-time Emmy nominated TV producer. So you are the real deal.
Oh, absolutely.
You're not this little homemade podcast stuff.
No.
You've actually done the big stuff.
Some stuff, some certificates. Yeah.
Some real stuff. So that was your growing up in the professional world, and you've done a lot of other things. So I'm first of all, welcome. Thank you for being here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah,
you're right. That before action conversation was getting good. So I'm excited to get into it because there's so much. Like there's so many layers of it all. So I'm ready.
It is. And I've got questions here, but I mean, I really just want to shut up as much as possible and let you talk. So let's start off with your background. So I mean, professionally, where you come from?
So I'm born and raised in Houston, Texas, and went to the University of Houston. Go Cougs!
Wait,
I know, right? I'm gonna mess it up. Like go Cougs! And I was blessed straight out of school to start my career. I started my career at a local television show here, the Deborah Duncan Show. Started as an intern there, and I left that show, then moved into syndicated talk and court shows with 20th Television. Did that, and then just kept going. Moved out to LA, did some more court, did talk with Dr. Phil. So I really had, and I say it like it's past tense. I had and still have. Because I'm like, it's not so past tense. I really had an amazing ride. Especially because I never saw anybody from my community do this. There wasn't like a mentor opening the door and saying, hey, here's how you go about doing this.
Here's the process of breaking into this field.
It was straight up just hustle. I went to a live taping of the Deborah Duncan Show and I was in love. I was like, I want to do this thing. This is what I want to do. And there was a lady, Annette Reynosello. Annette, if you're out there, thank you, girl. I saw her after the show and I was like, Miss Annette, I love what you do. I want to do what you do. Because she did audience warm up and then she was like an associate producer. She did all the things, jack of all trades. And she gave me her email and her phone number. And every week I would email and reach out to her. So that was probably September. Hey, Miss Annette, this is Tera. Do you guys have any internships yet? She's like, no, not yet. 2 weeks later, hey, Miss Annette, you got any intern? No, not yet. Hey, Miss Annette.
Persistence.
And December came around. I got the email.
Hey,
we're doing internships. Send me over your resume. So that's how I got into the business.
So this was baby Tera.
Oh, baby me. Me.
Okay.
And it's so interesting because I was 22 at the time and I have a 21-year-old now, right? And
she's badass. Let's just say, shout out to Maddie if she's watching this.
All those things. You better be watching, girl. Listen, you got your mama, your auntie. You better be watching this. You better be watching. And so I look at it and I'm like, I'm letting her create her own, like charting her own course, right? Because that's what you have to do. And I'm like, oh my God, but I know where I was at that age and just how much more persistent. I think these kids are just a little bit different, right? They've had an opportunity to not have I won't say they don't have to work as hard,
Mhm.
but again, she has opportunities that are out there because she's got a mom and a bonus mom who are in an industry she's interested in, right? I didn't have that. And so it was literally making my way through. And I did. And good relationships, it is true what they say about it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Amen. Oh, wait, repeat that, rewind.
Not what you know, it is who you know.
Absolutely.
And every step of, I think I've only gotten one job on my own. Now two jobs on my own with no relationships.
Yeah.
Everything else has been a relationship.
That is a lesson. The young folks need to understand that. The mature folks need to understand that, because with the coaching that I do, everybody wants to get that resume perfect. They want to have the job application perfect. And I'm like, no, open up your phone.
Who do you know?
Who can you call? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's a big lesson. You know, one of the things I love about the questions before coming was about the pivots in life. Like as you are pivoting, literally, like, who do I know in this industry? I was talking to you about getting my PMP. You're like, oh, well, you know, that's what Brian do. I'm like, bet. Like literally putting out those feelers now, because again, I know what skills I have. And so being able to have someone look at it and say, oh, absolutely, that's transferable, because I've been managing projects for 25 years. That's what producing shows is. Like, it's managing the logistics of it. It's making sure everything is where it's supposed to. Budget, manage that, done it. Yeah. So now it's just putting a different title on it, but it's the same work. And now learning those new skills that come along with it. So, yeah.
Well, you know, actually that kind of leads into what I want to get out of your story with the business, because this is juicy to say that I'm thinking of my girlfriend group, and I've got one of my girls, she says, you got your A1s and you got your day ones. And so I think of my day ones. These are the women that I literally learned how to walk with in elementary all the way up. So we've seen all the phases. We've seen the young dating scene. Oh, God. We've seen the get married, hoping for the fairy tale season. And then when the fairy tale don't work out, and what, you know, am I waiting by the phone for you to say, hey, we ride at dawn, bring the matches? What do we do? Or am I going to cry with you in the closet? But all of that is probably what you see and hear when people land on your doorstep.
Absolutely.
But even your story is not fairy tale.
Oh, no.
You didn't get married and ride off into the sunset and say.
I met my husband at 39. I met my husband at 39. And so when it comes to that whole element, first of all, I love dating. I love flirting like that. I'm that girl. Okay. Trust and believe. I'm that girl in the girlfriend
You
group.
seem like a girly girl.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a girl. I'm that girl in the girlfriend group. If we're out, I'm like, you like him? Okay, here's what you say to him. Let's go talk to him. Come here, my friend wants to talk to you. And then we start talking to him. Like, so I've always been that girl. And for me, dating was fun. When I do experience women who are like so angst driven, when I'm like, no, girl, like, it's fun. Let's have fun with it. Let's have fun. And I think that's where ladies gravitate towards me, because they know, well, hell, if we ain't having fun, she gonna have fun with it. So we'll just try it, because I have fun for them, right?
Do they come with a lot of baggage, or do they come with a list? He's got to be 6 feet tall.
A little bit of everything. So I started my business because I met my husband online. I met my husband on a dating site. Okay, ladies, dating sites can work. It's my camera. Dating sites can work. Okay, got to be on the right one. Got to have the right approach, but they can work. So I met my husband on a dating site. Okay, while he and I were engaged, a good girlfriend of mine, she was like, I mean, I want to try it, but do I have to put my pictures out there? Like, do I have to put my name on? And I was like, girl, look. I said,
do you have to put your name on it?
Put a name and pictures. I'm like, well, what the hell are we doing? I mean, like,
she gonna put a picture of a dog, a puppy dog, or something.
Casper, like, who are you gonna be online?
A ghost dating.
A ghost dating, exactly. There's ghost writing and ghost dating. So she wanted to do some ghost dating, and so
oh my God,
I told her, and this was in December of 2015. I remember it very vividly because my husband and I were engaged. We had gotten engaged for my then 40th birthday. So I met him at 39. We got married. I mean, engaged on my 40th. And that was in November. So December, she's like, I mean, I'm going to do it in a chat. And I said, you know what? I'm going to teach you ladies how to do it. It was from my mouth to God's ears. I'm going to teach you ladies how to do it. I'm going to do a workshop. And I still have the note in my phone. I got off the phone with her. I built out what was going to be a 1-day workshop. Okay. Because that's all I was going to do. Okay. I had one workshop for him and I was going to ride off into the sunset with my husband. Husband comes in the room and I'm like, babe, I was just on the phone with you. And she's like, I want to do it. I said, I think I want to do a class and teach ladies how to do it. He's like, that's fine. He said, but I see it bigger. And I go, I don't know nothing about birthing no business.
Oh, so you spoke it, and he saw the bigger vision.
What he does. He does small business development. He has an educational service. That's what he does. Like that's the big bread and butter. But he also helps small business owners get themselves together when it comes to it. So he's like, I see it bigger. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about birthing no business. I'm like, you do that. Just tell me where to stand. And that was really my stance. Just tell me where to stand. And he did. He built it for me. I remember us being at our dining room table going through the name of the company, right? Because I knew the workshop was going to be the Smart Girl's Guide to Digital Dating, right? It came like
it rolls off because even with me, and I know the information, I'm just like, this goes straight to the gut. Because I'm not some cute little 22-year-old floating through this. I'm like a grown ass woman.
Exactly. Like here's what you need.
Here's what we not gonna do.
That part. And then seeing me, I was my own case study, right? So seeing me because it had worked. Another thing that I think attracted a lot of women to me was being a curvy girl finding love. Because see, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's a thing.
People have relegated that if you're curvy, you only get this kind of love. You got to take care of a man. I ain't never took care of that man a day in my life. Or any man for that matter. And so everything about me was different. And it's like, wait, hold on. She's curvy. She's smart. She got a good man. And what's she talking about over there? And so I built out that course. I remember us sitting at our dining room table and trying to come up with the name of the business. And I would write. So he's like, nope, too long. Nope. And I'm like, eh. And so then I finally was like, okay, so if they're smart, what's another word for smart? Savvy. I'm like, what is She Date Savvy? He goes, that's it.
There you go.
And so that's where She Date Savvy was born. And it was born out of me wanting to do one class to help ladies learn how to date in this digital space, because much to your point, they had gotten to that fairy tale and realized like, this is over. And these were women my women fell in two categories. One was the single professional women who put all their time and money and effort into their careers. Yeah. And then they woke up and said, oh, snap.
I ignored this part.
And now I want love. And now I don't know what to do. And you're telling me that I got to go online because I don't have time because I built this amazing career.
Well, not just not having time, but if you are a super baddie in your industry, it's hard to admit that you don't know how to do something.
I have had so many women not work with me because they think they smart enough to do it. If I can become a doctor, surely I can
handle this little app.
And so I get on the phone with them and I'm already like, yeah, she ain't gonna sign up. Because for them, it's an admission that something is wrong with them. And my stance has never been, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you. It's like, girl, let me walk with you. Like, girl, let me show you how to do this because I know you're a badass. I know you can achieve all these amazing things. So you've done it. This is okay to say like, I don't really know how to flirt. Or I don't really know what to write about myself,
and
you know?
And this is another question. Again, somebody that has been out of the game for a while. So if I'm saying this out loud, I hope my husband don't look at this episode.
Let him.
But it's like,
if she just doing research for the people.
Just researching. So if I suddenly had to walk back out there in the dating world, I would not know what to do.
So you fall in category 2.
Okay.
And so those women were either women who had spent time raising children or had gotten married when they were 23 and here they are at 52 and he done the fool and they're like, girl, we go, I'm divorcing him. But what you talking about? I need to get on the app and swipe and click and put a picture and all these things. I met my husband at church, or I met him in college, or I met him through a family member. what you mean it's not the same anymore?
Yeah, it's different.
And so that's where my women failed. Like they failed there in those categories. And for me, again, there was always this zeal and excitement because it's truly who I am in my girlfriend group. I have girlfriends. One of them was texting the other day. We were just talking. She was going out on a date with a guy. And I'm like, okay, share your location. And this is just my girlfriend. There's no exchange of money or anything. And we get off, once she's done with the day, we get on the phone and we're talking and she's like, yeah, I don't think he the one. And we go yep, that's not the one. So being that girlfriend always, and I always had the fun dating stories to share. And so it just was a natural iteration of who I am as a person. And so when my husband and I got married, we got married March of 2016, I really was done. I was like, I'm going to do the class and that's it. And I was really more focused on other things, right? Like I was like, okay, we're going to have a baby. We're going to do some things. And I was in my bathroom one day on the toilet and God was like, remember that thing I gave you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's time. And I remember crying in my bathroom. It was probably about April. I was crying. I was like, God, but I really don't know how to do this business. I know we said and we mapped things out, but like for real? It's like, yeah. He's like, all I need you to do is show up. Like you just show up and I will do the rest. It was literally
I
him
will order
saying,
your steps.
He will order it. He was like, you are the vessel. Like I have things that I need to be done and it's going to come through you. You're the vessel and everything else, you make it happen. And so I went public with my business that May, like, hey, here's this thing I'm doing. Think I probably did my class that June or July because I know people in the industry. I reached out. I remember I had an article that was in the Chronicle, like they did a style profile on me. I only know how to tell stories, right? Because that's been my background. So I started just making random videos, right?
Yeah.
Now, at the time, I was the heaviest I had been probably since I had my daughter, like many years. I was on drugs for IVF. They balloon you. I was so uncomfortable.
I didn't know that.
Honey.
Okay.
Oh, honey. You become a stranger in your own body. Oh, God. They balloon you. Those drugs do. When we're done today, Google IVF, women on IVF and the drugs. Oh my God. Because they're manipulating your body. They're manipulating your cycles. They're doing all these different
your hormones,
everything. So they'll like suppress your cycle and then they make it comes back to back. And then you have this thing where that you make all of these different follicles. And so it's a lot.
Yeah.
And so I was huge. I didn't want to be seen by nobody. Like I look back at pictures and I'm like, why y'all didn't? They're like, because we knew what you were doing. There was a goal. And
why nobody told me?
Why y'all didn't tell me? And so here I am, because I know people in TV. I get a call. Hey, Tera, girl, I see you doing dating. I want to put you on my show as an expert. Excuse me, what?
We're about to go not only public, but we're going live in a real way.
Yes. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, this was never the thing now. That was not on my bingo card. It was never on my bingo card to do more than just the workshop. Okay. And so now you want me to go be on TV?
Yeah.
And my husband, bless his heart, he's like, you going? I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like, I'm fat. And I don't like, what am I going to say? He's like, you already know what to say. Like,
yeah,
it's what you've been saying. So my first TV appearance, TD Jakes had a show on OWN. Yes. And I was on that show as a dating expert. And again, because it just, when they would give me the story, and I think this woman, she'd been married, was divorced, and now she was getting ready to get back out there. Not divorced, she was widowed. Okay. How to get back out there. Okay. And she's trying this whole new thing. And she was a woman of a certain age. And she's like, I definitely don't know what I'm doing. And so being able to not only help, but hear the things that people say stuff, but hear what they're really saying.
Okay, so tell me, what are the common things that you are having to teach or help your clients work through over and over again? Like us at this age, what are we dealing with?
That is a great question. So in one of my pivots, which I know we'll talk about at some point, because I did take some time away from my business. And one of the things that I realized when I came back this time, I was like, I am going to have to publicly talk about the portion of coaching that I've been doing. When women would come to me for dating, it wasn't just dating, okay? Because you say you want to date, but then when I get into the meat and potatoes, you've got some heart work that you still need to do, right?
Yeah.
And so there were women, I had a client last year that I worked with, and she came in for dating. I was like, yeah, but you're not ready yet. Like, we tried to go on the apps. I was like, oh, you're not ready. So we had to go back to ground zero. And we probably spent about 3 months just working through journal prompts and working through unresolved issues. I'm not a therapist. I don't hold myself out as a therapist. And I absolutely advise all my women, especially because there are some women that have talked to me. I'm like, yeah, I need you to see a therapist first because you got some stuff that's unresolved. So that's the first thing, is making sure they're really ready to date, because everybody who says they're ready, they're not. So you've got these unresolved heart issues. And again, those are just like literal things, like you still, mad at your ex from 12 years ago. And I'm like, you got to work through that, because she's going to show up. She's going to show up on the app. She's going to show up on the date.
All of you will show up.
So starting there. And then once they're ready, like getting them excited about it, because it can be fun. I look at it like shopping. It's going online and grocery shopping, right? Like, what are we looking for? It's just, we'll make it sexy, not grocery shopping. So going on Nordstrom and like, okay, what am I looking for today? Oh, he's cute. Oh, I like what he said. Oh, this is not, oh, he likes me. He winked at me. So showing them how that process works, because there's a method to it. And the big tip is, a lot of women go online, they put their pictures on there. Sometimes the pictures are good, sometimes they're not. Okay.
Their driver's license picture.
Oh God, that's the men. Now the men.
Oh my God, no.
Men put bad pictures. They do. It's like, sir, get out your car. No, we don't want to see you in your car. Take those shades off. Take that cap off. We need to see your whole face.
Yes.
So the ladies put their profiles up. Sometimes they have good energy in their bio. And what I mean by that is, if you start with all that negative, like I did the Steve Harvey show one time, and there was this lady and her bio was all kinds of, I don't want this. And if you say this to me, that I'm not going to, and I was like, girl, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Right. So leading with what you actually want versus what you don't want. It's back to The Secret. How The Secret talks about, like, what you focus on is what you're going to attract. So if you say you don't want that, that's what you're attracting inadvertently. So a lot of women do that. They put the pictures, pick the bio, and then they just walk away. They say, okay, app, do your thing. App ain't going to do its thing.
But you have to engage.
App is never going to do
You have to be an active participant.
Absolutely. So when women say,
okay,
oh my God, I hate online dating, and oh my God, I hate the men who come to me, I promise you are absolutely going to hate the process. You are absolutely going to hate those men who show up, because you're allowing the app to do its thing versus being an active participant.
That's a light bulb moment.
Yeah. They're not being active. Remember, I'm the girl who got her first job because what did I do? Reached out. I reached out. I kept engaging. I met my husband because, you ready for this? I sent the first message. That's
scary. For some people, that is very scary.
However, all I did was said, hey, I'm over here, right? And then you have our super Christian sisters who say, well, nope. I'm going to be like Ruth, and I want my Boaz. The Bible says he who findeth, and it is true, he who findeth, but it's okay to let him know you're ready to be found. It's okay to say, hi, come find me.
Exactly.
I'm over here. Hi,
I get that. I can get that.
Right.
But I'm going back to what you say about, the energy that you're putting out there. And I'm thinking of, conversations that I've heard other people talk about. And yeah, it is always like, oh, there's just trash out there. Or there's no good guys.
In the pool and all that. Your pool is going to constantly be filled with pee, because that's what you're saying. It's going to be
okay.
There's no filter in it. Ain't no chlorine. It's just pee filled, because that's what you're claiming. That's what you're claiming. However, if you go into it and say, just one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, most of my women are just looking for one man. I have not found a woman yet who says, oh, I want all the men. I want one. Just one. And so it's like, if you go into it with the attitude of, I'm a great woman, surely there's a great guy. Because that was truly my attitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was also not from a place of desperation. Because a lot of women feel, oh, must mean I'm desperate if I have to go on an app to meet someone. No,
really? In 2025, there's still that mindset?
Not anymore. But when I started, absolutely. And I think that's why so many women gravitated, because they were like, wait, hold on. You're normal. Like, we know you.
You're a real person.
And we know you can get a man in real life. And that's another thing. I'm like, I ain't never had a problem attracting a man in real life. I just didn't have time. I wasn't going out there. I had a kid. I had a really busy and demanding career.
Yeah.
It made sense to just go shopping on an app. And when I went on the app, when I met my husband, I was going on there to have fun. Never in a million years did I imagine I would end up meeting the guy who would become my husband. I was straight up. I had just moved back to Houston. I was recently out of a breakup. I was going on there to see who was online so I could have a little fun. And then I ran into this guy.
Wow.
Right? And so again, it was because I came with the right mindset. So helping them get their mindset together, making sure that they're ready, making sure what they present out there is good, right? We talked a little bit about resumes and things like that, and people getting on in the workforce. Your dating profile is your online resume. Like, it is literally what they're going to see first.
Because you're a stranger.
You're a stranger to them. He's a stranger to you. The same as we judge them based on what's on their profiles. They're judging us too. Absolutely.
They have every right to.
Every right to. Right.
So you're talking to them or working, like you said, the heart work. What is the journey that got you to this point? So they think they're just coming to the threshold of get me on the app.
And it's like, no, girl.
So you get them to that point. They get over that hump.
And then we do it together.
Yeah, so you're still holding hands after that.
Literally, I'm holding their hands because remember, that's the fun stuff for me. That's the fun stuff. I'm writing messages to men. Like, I literally will write the message. I'm like, okay, here's what we're going to say to this one. And I've told my ladies, I will do everything but get on the phone call with the man.
You are messages. The digital Cyrano de Bergerac.
Like, listen, I will do all the things for you, but you're going to go on a date with him. I'm not talking on the phone, and I'm not going on a date with these other men. But these ladies, I think it disarms them in a way because, again, it takes something that is foreign to them and it makes it fun because I'm going to have fun regardless.
And you being in their corner, I feel safer. If I were that woman, I would feel safer knowing just to be able to text you with the dumb question like, okay, I'm here at the date. How do I break the ice? What do I say?
And beforehand, that's the thing. Even before I send you in that date, we've already gone over that. We've already talked about, because there's, you could Google search conversation starters for a first date, right? So literally that during the pandemic, honey, we were doing digital, they were doing virtual dates. So again, like making it fun and making it not hard, and also pushing them where they would run. Like, I have a client now, and my tease to her was like, girl, take your track shoes off. Like, she be ready. Oh, she be ready to run.
Run away.
Ready. I'm like, just, can you unlace them at least? Like, if you're going to leave them on, at least unlace them a bit. And pushing them past their comfort zone. Like, pushing them past that. Another client, she just texted me last night. We were online the other day, and we finally have gotten to the shopping part of her program and package with me because this is her third time paying to work with me. Okay. First time she ghosted me. We worked together a little bit. She ghosted. Second time she fell off. She was part of a group thing. She didn't. So this last December, she says, so are you going to be coaching? And I said, I will, but I won't coach you the same way. I said, we will not do the same thing. I said, because you don't just need date coaching. You need whole life coaching.
Gotcha.
Like there's something going on there that is making you know you need help, but then you come and you don't do the work. And so we're going to have to do it differently. And so she's like, okay. And it came at a premium, which she was absolutely okay with paying. And she started off, I was like, so talk to me about your health and fitness. Because remember, I've seen pictures. So I know what this lady has looked like over the years. And I know what she looked like now. So let's talk health and fitness. She's like, yeah, I'm ready to lose some weight. Like I need to do some stuff. Let's talk career. Because I remember over the years, there was always a change. There was always some career change happening.
Okay.
And so when she and I talked and she went over her career path, I was like, no wonder you kept ghosting me, baby. You were in survival mode because she worked in tech and there had been some downsizing and some layoffs and things. And so she went from being laid off to then going to another job that she didn't really like and having to look for a job and then leaving that one, getting another one, getting laid off again. And this was over the span of 5 years.
Wow.
And so when we were talking this year, she's like, yeah, I think I'm ready to. I said, wait. Maybe God has you here now just in this place to kind of regulate you, just kind of like stay in a calm, safe place because you're so used to having to swing from tree to tree to tree.
Yeah.
You've not yet allowed yourself to just be calm. You know, like it's not always about moving. And so I was like, okay, all right, cool. So we started that where she's like, okay, I will stay on this job. And she had some really cool opportunities to be in a mentorship program at her job. So I'm like, yeah, just stay there. Let's talk health and fitness. I said, I've been doing the shot. It's been successful. She's like, okay. Looked into it. Her doctor was able to get her on the shot. As of Thursday in our session, she's down 20 pounds. You get it? So when I say like working with the whole woman, that's where part of my pivot has been. Because again, you come to me talking about dating.
It's not just the dating.
It's not just dating because everywhere you go, you're going to show up. And if those parts of you are not healed and ready.
Oh, all of you is still going to show up.
Right. And so I could
that new lipstick, that brand new bag, it doesn't cover that much.
I could write the most amazing profile for you. I could flirt to the end of the earth with this man. But if the whole you is not ready, it ain't going to matter.
That is a lot. And that makes me want to go back a little bit because I'm listening to all of this and I'm just like, oh, she has got this figured out. I need this woman in my digital Rolodex so I can say, hey, what do I do here? Yeah. Not necessarily just with dating, but with everything. But you didn't just pop out all polished and figured it out, right? There's a lot of layers to your personal story that gives you some of this insight. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my God. So I spent these last few years probably in the most broken place I've ever been in life. So again, you come from being high functioning and doing all these things. And then I had a terrible loss. My baby boy passed away. And it literally broke me in places and in ways that I was just like, what?
Right.
And I remember going, again, talking to my therapist like the day or day after he passed, like, hey, here's what happened. And that woman gonna say to me, I need you to ask God how he's going to use your story to help other people. And I said some stuff to her that was not nice. Because I didn't want to help nobody.
No.
Help.
The day after?
Who I want to help.
Ooh.
I want to help no one. Nobody helped me. Right. My baby dead. Nobody I ain't got no help for nobody at all. And I was so infuriated. I was like, how dare she ask me that? And for the next few months, every time, okay, I need you to ask God. Miss Karen, don't ask me that no more because I don't want to help nobody. I don't want to help anyone. And probably about a year afterwards, the opportunity came where somebody was going through something. And I was like, okay, God. Oh, so you want me to tell them like, well, here's what I lived through and okay. Yeah. So I said a little something to him. And I tell her, I'm like, yeah, so lady had a problem and I was able to tell her, blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay. Just keep looking for the opportunities. I'm like,
yeah.
Because there's so much reluctance, because never in your life do you imagine like seeing yourself living through something like so horrific, like just you don't see it. And then now I gotta help somebody. Like I gotta help somebody, but I'm also a person who, when it comes down to whatever, I am that person who helps people, right? So whether it is, oh, you were talking about your book. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to be sure to tell her about this part about, when you launch it. So I've never not been that person to offer whatever that advice is and whatever that help or inspiration is and encouragement. And I never thought that I would have something so ugly to be part of, like where I can help people, even down to me saying, like the Bible says that God is near to the brokenhearted, like he's a comfort and he'll collect your tears. I'm a living witness of that. That is my testimony. I didn't lose my mind. I had every right to lose my mind.
Yeah.
I had every right to lose my mind so vividly that I would see myself in a blonde wig, butt naked, walking down 290. That was how my crazy was going to look. Like, because I'm not just going, who's just going to have a breakdown? No, it's going to be grand. It's going to be grand. Blonde wig, butt naked, walking down 290, because I can. Because I can. Because I'm hurt. Because this tore me to my core because of the aftermath that even came after his death. Like, I have every right to lose my mind. But God didn't let it be. He did not let me lose my mind. He did not let me lose my mind. He allowed me to be able to worship my way through it. He allowed me to be able to praise my way through it. He allowed me to be quiet through it. So when it came down to me being in this place of my business, I had my business and I had stopped working at my station. I'd worked for a TV station here. I stopped working at that station in the summer of 21. And this was when my daughter was getting ready to go off to school. And in hindsight, I'm like, God, you knew.
Yeah.
Because I wanted time with my babies. Like, I wanted time with my babies. And the theme that we had was, on Fridays, we have fun. And so we would just pick something new on Fridays to do. And it was just like randomness. And you got this 17-year-old, you got this 3-year-old. And I mean, she'd be like, oh my God, what is he doing? Is he under the rack? Because she likes thrifting. So we go thrifting because that's what she wanted to do. And he's along for the ride. I'm like, well, on Fridays we have fun. It may not always be the fun that you like or whatever. But having that moment, those moments. And so in January of 2022, when he passed, I was literally, before then, this was now, I'm going full throttle. Like, okay, this is my business time. I'm doing everything I need to do. And so having to completely back away from that. And down to the point where I was like, God, if they didn't get it while I was out there, if they didn't get their man while I was helping them, I don't know what to tell them.
You shut down.
Completely. Like, I had nothing to give to anyone. Like, we hear the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. My cup wasn't even empty. It was upside down. Like, you can't put nothing. It was.
Yeah.
I had nothing for anyone. And that, it led me to just being still, being quiet, making tough decisions. My husband and I had what we call our gap year because we were both grieving in different ways. And so it was just a lot. Like, it was a lot. There was so much going on. And seeing that people will really hold space for you. And I don't know that I ever doubted that, but just really seeing that people would hold space, realizing your own resilience, and then getting to the other side and like, okay, gosh, there's still more for me to share. There's still more for me to give. And so that's what brings me out to have a conversation with you, right? Because I want to use my story to help somebody.
You as
my therapist said,
you are the vessel.
The vessel. And I'm like, God, but I didn't know you was gonna put that part in there.
I know.
But being able to really help other people see, because it may not be something as tragic as, but saying, and not to diminish what they've been through, because, you know, girl, no, because that's not fair. But saying like, hey, I'll sit with you through this because I know what I was able to make it through.
Yeah.
Like I know what I was able to make it through and overcome. And even now, like I'm the person who's texting people, you know, like when somebody passes away, and what I have to give them is truly like, just lean on them. Just lean on them. You might be upset with them at some point, because I definitely was. Like I was absolutely upset, and had those moments where I was like, you know what? If you come to get me, I ain't gonna be mad. Like I'm not gonna do anything to help you come get me.
Yeah, I'm not signing up right today, but I'm here, and
but I was very much so like, if you and then
that's something that's honest. Ooh,
I because I had a hole. It was a visual, and now that's where I would go. I would go into my hole, my little black hole, and I would just be there, like in that hole. And so in that hole is what I would be like, yeah, I want to go be with him. I want to go be with him. So, and then that's when knowing the word comes in. I'm like, well, hold on. So still, if you come get me, we ain't really going to heaven yet, because you haven't really come back to call everybody up. You know what? So you have to start translating the word back to him. Like, so I'm really just going to be, okay, fine, God. I'll stay on this side and keep doing the work that you have for me here.
Right.
But there were definitely those moments where I was like, hey, I ain't going to fight it.
It sounds like your faith, number one, was crucial to your journey and your healing. And then also you were blessed to have a therapist with you. And you've had the same therapist all this time? Girl, you put her on the front of your website. I mean, that's amazing, because
she's an amazing woman, and she is what everybody needs. And she's just, and you know, here's the thing about therapy. People think therapists fix you. They really don't. Like, there are times I'll be like, well, okay, so what should I do? She's like,
but just like with your situation with the coaching, the dating coaching, they're showing up saying, show me these 3 things and I'm good. I'm smart enough to handle the rest by myself. And you're like, oh no, boo, we got more work to do.
But wait, there's more. Absolutely.
But wait, there's more.
That is exactly it.
Oh my gosh. So with all of this that you have been through, both personally and professionally, I'm very curious what comes next.
Ooh, me too. Me too. I was thinking about that on the drive over here. I'm like, I really want to see where we are in 6 months. Because I'm in my place of surrender. I'm in my place of surrender. And I've said it before, right? It's really cute. Like, God, I surrender. But to surrender, because everything that I had planned for 2025 for me, I had a straight path. Like, it was straight path. And it's kind of been wiggly and windy. And it's like,
you said it. It's a pivot within a pivot.
It's a pivot within a pivot. It's like, it's pivoting and releasing. And so part of what I think is happening is, and I love the name of the podcast, right? The Melanated Midlife. Like, literally, because I'm in my midlife, because like I told you off camera, but I'll say it here. I will be 50 in November. Oh shit, I said it.
Yes, you said it. But doesn't it feel good? I mean, 50 is such a beautiful round number.
It's such a beautiful round number. And here's what I will tell you about it. This year, I know 2 Black women who ain't make it to 50. Like they both, like one was buried a month ago, one was buried at the end of March. They ain't make it to 50.
Right. Yeah.
And so I honor this space.
Yeah.
Because it's a privilege to, Lord, get me to November. Get me to November 8th.
Yeah.
Get me to it. And I never thought I would have to look at it that way. But seeing again that there are people who they checking out at 48, 49. I'm like, God, just get me there.
Yeah.
Right. And I still look good. So I'm like,
you do look good. I said that when you sat down. I said, ooh, you looking all buttery and moisturized today.
So I'm like, I mean, if this is what it can look like and feel like, I mean, besides my joints from the perimenopause, you know.
Girl, we not go. We would the M word, and I will say over and over again, that's like the cost of entry. But everything else about this season is really cool.
You talked about being able. So give me your breakdown, as you were saying. This whole some about the 50 and what you do and don't.
You are very clear in midlife what we not gonna do. I feel like over and over again, I look at stuff like, no, that's boundary. Nah, I pass. And I'm good with that. So like you say, leading with that positive energy, it's not from a bitter standpoint.
No, it's not.
It's different.
I think that's what people don't understand. So we were talking and I was like, yeah, I've done a lot of quiet dismissals, like literally like, no, you don't deserve my space and my energy. No, you can't get my brain power. No. And
there you go.
Like, it's not personal. It's just what I choose to do or not do with my time, my effort, my energy. And so that's really cool. Like seeing and feeling that part of it. Now, the part that I'm still struggling with is I have been a high functioning person for my whole life. Like I've always had the career and I've always had these things. And so now. Yeah,
your baby Tera story, having the guts to reach out to big grown up producers.
Emailing, like, hello.
That baby Akila wasn't that person.
Like she wasn't so that's always been me. Right. And so to take that girl and now to be almost 50. And I was telling Madison this recently. I was like, my life was more together when I was 22 than because like I said, last year I was laid off from a job that I loved and thought I would be working until my retirement because of some discrimination that I called them out on. And the story ain't over. And that really hurt like to my core because I was like, first of all, because they lied. Like, I'm like, y'all did say that. Y'all did do that. Like,
yeah.
So that hurt, right? Because I think that people should just be honest and they're not. And so to get to this place where I feel like all the balls are just up in the air and I was, because I had a really tough week last week, like a really, really just like, it was tough. Like, the emotional side. Because again, nobody talks about the emotional side of perimenopause and menopause.
Big time.
We only, again, because our mamas only told us about hot flashes.
Right.
Like there is a lot of emotional.
There is.
Yeah, there's the emotional side that comes in. And so last week, I just was so weepy. Like my husband, he would come home and I'm like, and then in the morning he'd go, and so I said, I think I'm having like a midlife crisis or whatever. No, I told him I'm having a midlife crisis and a breakdown. And he says, I wish no one would have ever used the word breakdown. He says, maybe you're having just like a strategic pause. And I was like, I like that.
I like that too.
I like that because in a pause, it just stops everything. It stops. I get to kind of re-examine, re-evaluate, again, see what's working, see what's not. But it also takes the pressure off of me to be performative.
Oh.
Because I'm in my pause.
Yeah.
I'm in my pause. Like in knowing, again, this is where the surrender comes. Because for me, I would be working the job and all these things. No, honey, I'm straight up being caregiver, from helping my girlfriend out to now helping things with my mother-in-law, to my parents. I'm in that role. And the girlfriend was just like, T, you have to accept this is where God has you. Like, this is your season. And I know that you're used to doing this and having your own. And I'm blessed that I have a husband who is supportive, who does take care of me. Like, it's not, there's no like, well, what we going to do? No, that's not the story.
Yeah.
And so I'm having to retrain my brain to come off of being high functioning and what I bring to the table. Because sometimes what I bring to the table is just dinner to the table. It ain't nothing else. There is no.
Yeah. And yeah.
You know?
I get it, because sometimes you have to understand what is the best I can do right now.
Yeah.
And I will do that one thing.
Yes.
And then I got to back away.
That's it. And I'm having my one thing a day days. Like, if today I only do this, then I'm going to be okay with it.
Totally
right?
get
like,
it.
Retraining my brain from being this high, because to-do list, please, what? I'm going to smash it. I'm going to kill it.
Okay. We were evidently born in the same Cabbage Patch, because I get it. I totally get that.
Now I'm like, okay, I got the one thing that I was able to check off my list, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be okay with that one thing and giving myself that grace, because I don't. And he always tells me, he's like, you got to start giving yourself the grace you give other people, because I'll give you grace all day long.
Rewind. That's a t-shirt. Hang on. You got to give yourself the grace that you give others.
Because that's just how I'm built. I'm an empath, so I'm going to empathize with you. Like, oh no, girl, I understand.
But you're hard on yourself.
Yeah. Oh God, absolutely. Now I've gotten better, but it has been an active action to give myself that grace, to give myself the space to, oh my God, I'd be so hard on myself. I would be so hard on myself. Even down to when I would do TV appearances and stuff, and I would come off stage and I'd be like, oh, I should have said this. And he's like, what you said was fine. What you said was fine. Like, stop. And I would relive moments in my head and just kind of just stay, again, in that place of just being harder on myself. And so now I'm at a place in space, again, because functionally I can only do but so much, right? And allowing myself to say, and that knowing that that's good enough, right?
Yeah.
Like, that it's good enough, and it ain't gonna be as perfect as probably it was 10 years ago. Yeah. Or even 5 years ago.
But even now, like you say, at this 50 and beyond, you're in a space. Number one, you've got a lifetime of wisdom and experiences. So you are able to recognize right away what's for you and what ain't you.
Oh, absolutely. And helping other people see that. Yes. Helping other people see it as well, because I think sometimes we do pick up stuff that's not ours to carry. Like, you pick up other people's stuff and junk, and also being able to call them out when I see them getting in their own way.
Which is probably what you tell your clients.
Oh, all the time. Yeah. Last night, texting with my client, and so there's a guy, he had reached out. He liked her first. So we sent him a message. He wrote back. We sent him the first message, because she's on Bumble. On Bumble, you have, so just so you know. So some of the apps allow women to take charge and make the first move, because the big complaint about a lot of ladies on the apps is like, oh my God, these men are so inappropriate. They're sending me these messages and I don't want to talk to him. So it allows the woman to choose, like, so he likes you, but do you like him? And if you like him, then you can send him a note. And so this was a man who liked her. We looked at his profile. We're like, okay, we like him. Let's send him a note. We sent him a note. He wrote back, and then she said something back to him, and then she's like, but he didn't ask me any questions. I said, he absolutely did. Oh, he absolutely did. Because the man says, maybe we'll pick this up again tomorrow. That's a question, an invitation. I'd like to continue engaging with you. Yeah. But see, in her mind, because she ready for the BS. She ready to, she's armored up. Armored. And I'm like, girl, we already worked through this stuff. Stop playing with me. And so I did. I said, he absolutely did ask you a question, because he said right then and there, he looks forward to picking this up. Okay. And so then from there, I tell her, now here's what I need you to do, which is say, absolutely. And I'm not so great on the app, so let's talk on the phone.
I love that.
Because I believe in taking charge. Like, what do you want? A lot of times we're waiting and giving people the opportunity to give us the scraps. And it's like, girl, if that ain't what you want, say it.
Say it. Yeah.
Say it.
Oh, okay. So I could talk about this for a while, but I know that you got a lot going on. So I want you to.
Making sense.
It is making perfect sense.
It's all cohesive.
Even me with my menopause brain, I'm still able to follow along. So this is good.
Listen, but I took my ADD medicine this morning because that's.
I hear you
again to fine tune the minnow brain.
Yeah. And we're kind of in the same boat because I'm just like, dang, this like puts some of my other issues on 10. But for the people that are listening to this was truly an appetizer. Mm-hmm. They are going to want to dive a lot deeper with you because there are some very strong, very smart, educated, high achieving women that are watching this and they're like, I don't know how to do this thing. I'm too scared to ask my friends. But you are that friend. You are that professional that's gonna.
Like, yes, that's literally, that was one of my first taglines. It's like that good girlfriend in your ear, like coaching you along.
I love that.
I don't have any motives. Like sometimes, so I was talking to a guy recently. He's single, and he was like, "Single women need to know that their girlfriends want to keep them single." And I was like, "That's so right."
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
All
like,
right.
So, and they may not do it from a place of malice. Like it's not always malicious.
I want you in this experience with me.
And if you've been through so much already, you don't want me to go through that. So you'd be like, girl, no, don't. If I were you, I wouldn't get back out there.
Back to the all men are trash mindset.
Absolutely. Because just because you went through something. And so because you love your friend so much, you don't want her to experience that, right? Yeah. And so I come into it with hey, I found a great guy online. 2, I know it can happen. I have women who've gotten married. I have one divorce. I'll say that. We have one divorce out of all the ladies who've gotten married, which I think that's probably still better than the national average.
Huge success rate. Wait, did y'all hear that? She only got one person.
One divorce. So I'm going to give full disclaimer. We've got some marriages. We got a divorce. We got some babies. Like there's like women who, when I go back and look and think about that bathroom conversation where God's like, but I need you to go to them, like, oh, those women were waiting. Yeah. Right. And so in this new iteration, I know that there are still women out there waiting. Because otherwise I'm like, God, can I just, and he's like, no, my daughters are waiting for you. They're waiting for their next, whatever that is. And so it's really, as one of my clients told me recently, and she comes to me for dating, she says, everybody needs a Tera. And I'm like, she's like, you're not just my dating coach, like you're my executive life producer, because she's in marketing. So she knows.
I love that.
So that's some of the new tagline stuff too, because it's executive life producing, right? It's taking what I've done with production, but I'm doing it for your life. And it's not just your dating life anymore. It's your whole life. It's your whole life. So that's so having somebody to walk through it with you who only has the intention of you getting it right and you being better, because that's all I got. I come to it to say, oh my God, like, yay, we clapping. Akila got it right. Akila, girl, you launched that book, and how many did we sell? Like that, like hyping you up. Like that's it.
And I'm going back to something you just said a few minutes ago, and this is probably a good place for us to bring it to a close, is in your darkest, lowest moment, you heard God speak to you and say, hey, there's all these people that are waiting to receive your gifts, basically. Yeah. And you, that's a moment. Yeah. So I hope that people that are watching this to be able to, understand, number one, they're not alone. We all going through my baggage. Some days it's a whole trunk. Right. Sometimes it's a little handbag, but we all have baggage we're carrying along. And someone like Tera is able to be in your corner and kind of get you out of your head. Absolutely. And identify the root of what's going on so you can get into a relationship that's going to be healthy and thriving.
Get into those things that you want and not keep allowing that old stuff, right? That bag that we just talked about,
Mhm.
not allowing that to keep you from it. Because and knowing that it's okay to say you want love. Like, you know how many women are not okay with saying it? Like, they think that it's bad to say that they want love or want a relationship. It's
Mhm.
okay. It's really natural.
It used to be a funny joke kind of thing when people would say, I read romance novels. Oh,
Remember that?
that's
Like,
so,
yeah.
ew, you're into fairy tales. I'm like,
Yeah.
but it feels good.
Right. And so changing
Yeah.
the script, because remember too, I don't need a man. I need a man. I need my man. I need a man. It's okay to say that. Like, it's okay to want a man, to need a man.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you don't need him for all those traditional things of like, I don't need him to take care of it. Yeah, but you need a man. There's just something about having that male space and that energy and that covering of a good man who can say, babe, you're not having a breakdown. Strategic pause. That's what we're gonna call it. I'm like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It sounds sexier anyway.
Yes, it does.
Much
Yes,
sexier
it
than a
does.
breakdown. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so if people are watching this right now, they've got their phone out. They've probably got credit card ready to swipe to be able to do the thing. So how are they going to find you if they're ready?
They're going to find me on every platform at She Dates Savvy. So I've got the website, I've got the social, all of it is consistent, shedatesavvy.com. And then on Instagram, Facebook, Threads. I'm not on X. I'm on Threads. I love Threads.
Yeah. I'm good with Threads. We've retired X.
Yeah. So yeah, they can find me on all the platforms. SheDatesSavvy.
All right. She
That's
Dates
me.
Savvy. Tera Stidum,
Yep.
I am
This was
honored
so
that you came
good.
by. This was a wonderful conversation.
This was good.
And we will just say that Tera she's got some things that she is going to put out there, because you said book number 1 solved a specific problem, but I hear so much more in your story that we could learn from. Okay.
So y'all be in the corner quiet listening to God, and when he says, okay,
get that book out. All right. Thank you, Tera, for being here.
This was wonderful. Thank you.